Also working at the radio station, man, you came through other acts, man. Was you around for the Dipset time when they started coming in and all that?
Of course, I was there for the Dipset situation because they're from my neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I'm from a building called Schaumburg Plaza. Schaumburg Plaza is the home of the Central Park Five. Shout to Yusef Salam. My man just got into offices in New York City. Shout to him. Shout to Raymond Santana, my man Corey Wise, Antar, all of them, man. Like and my man Kev, all of those guys. Kev Richardson, all of them. They were all the little homies in my neighborhood. So if you saw the Netflix movie, Angie was like, Kevin's sister was like a good friend of mine, still is to this day. And then, so we had that over there, and then like, this is Schaumburg Plaza, and this is Taft Projects right here, which is literally right across the street. So Cam and Jimmy were from right there. Like, there were years ago when Jimmy was Jomo, I didn't even know who Jimmy was at the time. I just knew him as the big nigga who used to walk across the street with, because, Jim had a lot of hair, still does, with his hair out like that, and walk across the street to, if you saw the Netflix movie, the Central Park 5 movie, the Kennedy Fried Chicken. Okay. So I would see him walking across Fifth Avenue, and I would be in the Kennedy Fried Chicken, and that's how I knew Jimmy. And I also knew Jimmy from the neighborhood for being a hothead. Jimmy has always been a hothead. He always been that kind of dude. And he was at one point camp security. You know what I'm saying? That's how he started. So I was there for that. And Cam was like me to an extent. Cam was an east side dude and a west side dude. So because I lived on Fifth Avenue in Harlem, half the time I hung out on the east side, which was like First Avenue. First Avenue was Alpo, Dame Dash, Cam'ron. Like in this one area between like 101st and K-Slade. 101st East River to about 110th, which is 1199. Alpo was from East River. K-Slade was from East River. Cam was from First Avenue. Dane was from what's called 1199. And right across the street from Dane's house is the world famous chopped cheese place, where chopped cheese was created. So I was there to see all of that. I was already on the radio. They were coming up. And then Mace was over there too. But Mace was from the west side. So I used to hang in an area called St. Nick Projects. And over there was Teddy Riley. That's how I wound up meeting Teddy Riley and signing Teddy Riley. Mace used to be around that side, on the west side, like St. Nick Projects. But I was there for that entire thing. I supported Dipset when they came through at Hot 97 because I was from Harlem. So one of the main things that I did was I always tried to support Harlem artists. For example, Dame Dash, again, 1199, he's from Harlem. I was one of the because I was working on the radio, I was one of the first people to talk to Dame and them about what to do. And I told them how to get their records played on the radio, stuff like that. I was never a part of Rockefeller. Maybe if I wanted to, and I would have asserted myself, I could have been a part of that. But I was just happy to help dudes that were from my neighborhood. So I was there for the whole thing, man, with Dipset, and then when Jimmy came on. And, the thing about Jimmy is this. Part of my life, I live with the Jim Jones mantra. And that's to work hard and everything else will take care of itself. If you remember, Jimmy was the fucking muscle. And then something told him to get on the mic. And I remember in the beginning when Jim was making his records, people were like, oh, there. And then Jimmy kept working and it became, then it became, okay. Then it became, why? Then it became, we fly high, no like ballin'. Then it became certified gangsters. That is when when I think about working hard, I just apply the Jimmy formula, what I call the Jimmy formula. Keep working, and if you keep working, you will get recognized and you'll get better. Same thing with you, man. Like, I wound up running into you because you were working. So I take that whole thing that Jimmy did, and I just try to work every day. But I was there for that was a big era, man. They were making major records. I was there the night that the whole started with, I really feel it. That all started from Summer Jam.
Okay.
So here's how things would happen. We'd have summer jams. Of course, summer jams are the most, important concert in hip hop, especially back then. Something would happen. If something happened, somebody would do some dumb, and then my boss Tracy would be like, take their records off the air. So remember, I'm working midnight, so I'm the first shift that comes on before, to start the day. So if somebody does something stupid at Summer Jam and she bans their records, she take that person's record. So this is the day that I think Hov might have put Nas on the Summer Jam screen or something. Anyway, Nas wanted to come back and burn Jay-Z and Effigy on the Summer Jam stage or hang him or something. I don't know what it was exactly. But somehow they were at the other station and Cam and them or Jimmy name or somehow where they got thrown into that.
Saying you want to tell Nas, me, myself, what I cannot do on a Summer Jam stage when it's been done. The same acts have been done
4 or 5 years in a row.
4 or 5 years in a row. And last year it happened to be the diss was toward me by Jay. And he was all high and mighty.
Right.
Then I dropped the ether napalm bomb and their whole crew was running like roaches. And now you got this station over there crying because he lost. Unanimous decision. Listen to 90% of the rappers, they're not even creative. Pick up a Stillmatic album. Listen to the song Rewind. Listen to the song What Goes Around Comes Around. You know what I'm saying? Listen to
one mic.
Listen to one mic, my people. You know what I'm saying? Let's get real and be creative. I buy these people albums, you know what I'm saying? And they ain't talking about nothing from Cam to everybody. I mean, I like Cam and everything. He's a good lyricist, but the album's whack, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all brothers got to start rapping about something that's real, man. You know what I'm saying? My man Nori,
man.
I love you, Nori. Step your rap game up, man. I'm tired of Nelly. You trying to battle KRS-One? Don't follow Nas, man. You can follow Nas if you're gonna be creative, man. Godson is my next album coming out to school a lot of rappers on how to be a man.
And I remember at that time Dipset, it was a machine, man. Like they were just pushing records out. And